This is Lee with 82 Gaming 12 here on YouTube channel Sons of Liberty 75. This will be video 3 of my playthrough of Cataphract, the Battle of the Utus River. This is a GMT published game. Designers Richard Berg and Mark Herman, and Roger B. McGowan is was the artist. I want to see here. Okay. Alan Ray was the first and second edition development. Joseph Bottoms was the second edition proofreader. So this is a list of all the credits. Sometimes we don't give recognition to those that really should have it involved in these wonderful games. So there that is. Don't want to leave anybody out that needs some recognition. So, as I said, this is the Battle of the Utus River, 447 AD. I don't use the common era. I don't like that. So, and the thing is, on the box, they use AD, but on the map, they use CE. So I don't know what's going on there, but anyways. So the first two rounds, or turns, okay, ended when someone attempted momentum, and we got the die roll of doom and rolled a 9, which ended that round. So Attila has not had any activation besides his elite activation at the beginning of the round. So almost kind of looks like it's a little dark over that way, but I'll have to see about fixing that. So we're going to start the next round. This is actually round 3. You don't really have to keep up with turns because, you know, the fight's going to go on until one army or the other withdraws. So at the present moment, we've got, right down here, I've got, we've got 3 Thrace heavy cavalry Cataphract units that have been eliminated. So that's 21 points. And the Roman army will withdraw when they reach 100. The Huns, who have not lost any yet, but do have several units that are routing over here. All right. So, Attila probably wants to use his elite initiative again because we've got two of his sons over here, Mauritius and Elac, have basically thwarted the Roman heavy cavalry over here, and they want to try to get in around behind the Roman army here. And it looks like that's going to happen. Now, something that Attila could do is give himself initiative and race over to possibly rally these routed units And well, yeah, he could probably reach two of them. He didn't want to be out there alone. So he could always try to trump. The thing is, he wants to be able to strike fast and hard over there at that wing. So he's going to do that first. He's going to give the elite initiative. I think to Bericius. So little jerk there, little movement around there. I guess I want to turn it some more here. Give it some more stability. So Bericius could go for a line command, but if he fails, he's done. So I think he's better off if he just gives 5 commands, orders. So he's got a command range of 5, so he can reach these up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of these guys. 1, 2, 3. There. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can actually reach this one too. So he could be included in the combat that they're gonna place on this unit here. All right, so we're going to start here. So he has 5 command orders that he can give. So the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn 6. Well, 6, let's see. He could actually go to the rear. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, and then he can fire. Okay, he moved. But he's adjacent. He needs a 6, but he's got to have he's get a +1 to the dice. Rolled a 0. That's a hit. So and not only that, but I believe that's a leader hit. Yeah. Unmodified. Well, no, I rolled a 0. Yeah, unmodified. So it is a leader casualty. So the leader is killed. All right, so if you have a unmodified, okay, die roll of a 0, it's going to be a leader wounded or a leader killed. So the leader, Artabatus, was already wounded, so he is now killed. So that's going to be a big loss to that unit. I think it might affect his rating, his TQ at the, I'll have to look at that, since he was killed. And of course, he goes to 7, okay, and he's not going to have anywhere that he can retreat. He'd be retreating through enemy zone of control. So there's another eliminated Roman unit. He reached his TQ of 7. So let's turn this one over because he moved. Okay. All right. So that takes care of one of his orders. He's got 4 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he could actually go with this one. Okay, he's going to go with this one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now you have entry reaction fire. And so they have, they can fire out of their flanks. So we've got that right here in this diagram here. So and so they get to fire prior to the offensive fire, and adjacent, again, that'd be a 6 or less, and we get a 0. So they're going to take a hit. And of course they fire back with a +1. Get a 7 becomes an 8, so they missed. Okay, but we do have shock must check. They do want to go into shock here with these units. I guess I should have turned. Let me check that. I was wanting to turn them. Let's see, that would be reaction movement. Let's see, where's that at? Cavalry doesn't have the ability to do orderly withdrawal in this scenario. So, and only the Huns can do the feint retreat. Okay, so units that attempt a reaction facing change may fire if the triggering unit is in its zone of control. So there's no die roll for cavalry. So I'll go ahead and move it. I should have moved it first, but it doesn't matter because the cavalry doesn't have to make any kind of die roll like infantry does. All right, so we have that shock must check there. So now Mauritius has used 2. We've got 3 left. Got this unit here, but he wants to use this one here. We're gonna go. Actually, he can have this one here. We can just turn this one. That'd be 1, 2 right there. 2. 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna attack this light infantry. Okay, so that light infantry really light infantry would be defensive superior, but that's only if they have javelins. That's a bow. So light cavalry really doesn't do it's not very good for light cavalry to go in there and attack. They're better off just firing. using harassment techniques. They could have used harassment techniques. That's all right. We'll go in there. All right, so this could be dangerous because the infantry can actually give 2 hits. So 8 or less. And got a 0, which is going to give 2 hits. 2 hits to that cavalry unit. And then the cavalry unit returns fire. And got a 7 plus 1, that's 8, so they missed. But they are going to shock. Which is not really probably a good idea. All right, so now we've got 2 orders left. To give. And he's going to try to rally this guy here that's taken 2 hits, or 4 hits. Or not really rally, I guess it's recovery. That's what we're doing. So we're going to try to remove cohesion hits. So, okay, so recovery. Let's see, I think they're beyond the range. Now, 5 hexes from that infantry unit. 3. See, well, he's locked up, so yeah, he's well within. He's not within their range. So they can't be adjacent to enemy combat unit. They can't be within range but in line of sight of an enemy unit that has missiles and is not engaged. Okay, so he just uses his order to remove one of the cohesion hits. So the unit now goes to 3. All right, so he's got 1 left, and he's going to use that for this unit here, who's going to go to help attack this unit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, now here, this Thracian cavalry cannot return fire. He's engaged, or he's got someone in his front zone of control. So, just going to be the offensive fire. I got a 1 plus 1, so they take a hit. So now, they're sitting at 3. And we got a shock. Let's check. Right there. All right. Okay. Got a check shock on both of them. So we got a 0 for the Roman, a 2, and a 7. So everybody passed the shock check, TQ check. Okay. All right, we don't have any leaders involved. Now we check for clash of spears and swords. So we're looking for superiority. Now normally the heavy cavalry Cataphract would have defensive superiority, but we have a position superiority. The Huns are attacking the Roman in the flank. So it's going to be attacker superior. And attacking into the flank, black cavalry, okay, is going to be, well, it's a 6. Now, it's going to bump up to a 7 because we have 2 attacking 1. So it's going to be a 7. All right, I rolled a 4. So if we look here, 4 to 7 is 2 and 2. Now, with attack superiority, that doubles the defender's cohesion hits, so 2 and 4. So each one of these are going to take 1 hit. Oops. Okay. And then this one here, this Roman, is going to have to take 4 hits, and he's going to rout. So okay, down here, I should have checked. I should have done this. Followed the correct procedure here. I should have, after I did the shock TQ checks there, I should have checked here before I moved on. But you know, so they got a 7 and a 3, so they're going to lose 2 quality. Okay, and so now that we go to the superiority, they're in their flank, so that's superior. Light cavalry against light infantry, yeah, there's no superiority there, so it's going to be attacker superior. And I rolled a 5. And light cavalry against light infantry is a 6. So we're on the 6 column. 5, 6, it's 2 and 2. But because we're in the flank, it's 2 and 4. So that light infantry is routing. And he's at 4. He took 2. Flip him over because he moved. Okay. Both of these guys I need to flip over to show that they moved. So he goes back 2. So he's going back to there. And so he moves into there. Because there's not any pursuit here with the cavalry. Let's see, I don't remember seeing any pursuit. No. Now this routed unit has to go through this unit to there. This unit here has to do a TQ check. Stacking. They have to make a TQ check. All right, I rolled a 0. So they pass, but they have to take a minimum of 1 for having that unit route through them. So and then one of these units moves forward. Guess it has to be this one. And as he does, it gets fired on. That's entry reaction fire. And that's a hit. So now, that unit is at 3. No, I guess it's just at 2. Okay. And Mauritius is done. Well, I don't know. He might go for his he might go for momentum here. All right, so Mauritius has used his order phase to give individual order. Excuse me. Now he's going to attempt momentum. The last few times that we've done this hadn't been very successful, and it actually ended the turn for everyone. So I rolled a 1, which means he can now give he could give a line command. Or he could just give individual orders again. So he could give line command to all of these units that he's with, or he could spend that time removing cohesion markers. So I think that's what he may do. So he could remove 5 cohesion markers, or up to 2 to a unit. He's got 5 orders. So let's do that. Now let's see if he does that. I think those units might be finished. Or it might count as, let's see. I think I have to mark them as, well, they're not rallied. Maybe it doesn't count. Let's see. If I can remember where it was at. Let's see here. 1016 is the rule. Okay, so under recovery, so it doesn't say that they have to be marked as such and such. It's only if they're rallied. So actually, in the last order phase, this unit here could have had two instead of just one. You get two cohesion hits removed if you're not adjacent, let's see, not adjacent to an enemy combat unit or within range and line of sight of an enemy unit with that has missiles. So, and then you can get one if you're just within range of missiles. So this guy here can go. So if we use our die here, he's got 5. So he's going to take 2 away from this one. Okay. So he's got 4 left. This one here, just going to remove all of those. So he's got 3 left now. This unit here, it's got all of his. Oops. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 1 left, and he'll remove 2 of his. All right. And then, of course, he can roll for another momentum. Got a 5. And so That's also a pass. He has to have a 5 or less on his momentum. So, again, he could spend that removing let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's out of range. These guys here are out of his command range, but he could actually move. He could have moved. I don't know that he could actually do a line command, because you have to roll for the line command, I think, at the start on your first activation. I have to look into that. It's something to look into. Well, let's see. I didn't route these. These guys should have routed through. Well, I guess they did route. Yeah, they did. Okay. Yeah, I was like, well, I should have route moved those, but no. So, I think he's going to attack. So, this guy here, okay, he'll turn him. So he'll turn like 1, cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could go one more. 9. Okay, so he's got 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, he's got 3 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of course, I have to flip these guys all over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, he's got 2 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. Gotta flip these over. And then he will move with this unit at last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He'll be finished. All right, so he's finished. And that was the elite activation of Attila. So now we can pull back and see what we've got going on here. All right, so the next activation will be either Valerian or Ferris. So either here or here. Those are the two leaders on the map that have initiative of 3. So I think they better go with Ferris. I don't think we're going to worry about trying to trump. Attila could probably attempt to trump, but we're not going to do that. So we're just going to focus here on Ferris and trying to shore up the left flank here. Okay, so Ferris can't reach. Well, this guy I guess should be right there. Okay, so he can move these, but this cavalry unit, these lancers, he can't activate them. But he's only got 3 activations anyways. So four. 1, 2, 3. 3 and turn here like so. He'll turn. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then here, 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be like that. And Ferris is finished. Guess those things can move. Thought they were stationary. Yes, they can move. All right, so let's come over here to Valerian. So he will activate, use his he'll use his activation to move these light infantry units up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy here will have to turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then he's finished. Okay, so now we go to the leaders that have a 4. And we've got quite a few of those on the map. So for the Huns, we've got Elac there. We've got Arnak here. And then we have Denizigak right there. And for the Romans, they've only got one. Remember, Artabatus was killed. So they don't have a leader over there. So these guys over here are leaderless. So let's roll to see who is going to get to activate first. 7 and a 2, so that means the Huns will activate first. And the Huns want to take advantage of what's going on over here on this Roman flank. So let's see if we can all right, so Elac will activate, and he's got a 4 initiative. He's just going to activate this guy here, here, and here. All 4 of those guys are within his command range, and So this guy here is going to turn. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and let's see, this guy's like that. 8. Nine. So he's going to go right there to a shock. Okay. Now, the infantry unit can attempt to turn, or he can turn and then, of course, has to roll for reaction facing. Let's see here. I'm going to take a minimum of 1 cohesion hit. So yeah, because if they're going to shock, we don't want to receive double damage. So let's go ahead and roll to see what we get. Oh, we rolled a 0, so they're able to turn without any cost. Well, it does cost 1 cohesion, so that's the bad thing. If you decide to do that, okay. But now they get to fire upon the Huns that moved in there. And adjacent, uh, 8 or less. I wonder if you would do the +1 if the firing unit moved. You know, they did move, reaction move. So I'm gonna add a +1. They could have stayed there and shot without the +1. Rolled a 2, +1 is 3. So they hit the cavalry unit there, which now has 2 hits. Okay. And now the cavalry unit gets to fire. Adjacent, 6 or less with a +1. Got a 4, that's a hit. So now what this goes to 2. And then we're going to wait for the shock part. All right, so now we go to the next order. Which will be this unit, who's going to turn. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Tell you what, they don't want to move in there. They're going to stop right there. Go ahead and flip them over. They're going to stop right there and fire. That's their target. This is the Hun firing. So 2x is away. 4 less, they have a +1. They got a 9. So they're going to be, of course, missile low. And they can then fire back, I believe. Maybe they can't. No, because they're in the zone of control of a unit. So no, they can't. Okay, so now he's got 2 left. This unit is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Going to come in there. Do a little shock. But they're going to fire. And of course, that infantry unit cannot fire now because they've got a unit in their front hex, or they're in a front hex of a unit. +1, I rolled a 4, becomes a 5. So that's another hit here. So now they've taken 3. And they're going to have to do shock. Okay, we got 1 more left, which is going to be ELAC in this Hun here. So they're going to turn, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're going to fire right here. Got a 0. That's a hit. Of course, they can't fire back. All right. So I don't know. I might try momentum with that one. So let's go to the shock here. So we got to roll for the TQ. All right, so trouble for that one. Got an 8, a 6, and a 7. So here, they're going to have to take a loss. Oh, right here. This one here doesn't, but that light infantry is going to be routed. Because they've got to take 3 losses, puts them over. So so here we go, 1, 2, and one of these can move in there. I guess I'll move this one, and when he moves in there, he gets fired on from this unit. So this unit here can fire at him. A 9. So there we go. And let's go ahead and roll for momentum. See if he can get it. A 4 or less. Oh, we got a 5, so he's finished. All right. So now let's go to the Roman unit that has a 4, which will be over here. Zandalus or Zandalus. Oops. Yeah, Zandalus. Okay. So if he wants to do a line command, let's see. He's not within range of his overall commander. So I've got to roll the die. It has to be the same or less than the subordinate commander's initiative rating. Okay. Four. Okay. He can give a line command. He can hear all the excitement and battle going on the opposite flank. So he feels like he needs to do something. Nothing else, he needs to protect the flank here of the heavy infantry here. So he needs to at least move up, possibly challenge the Huns there. Things don't look too good on the flank, the opposite flank. But he's not sure exactly what all's happening over there. He just knows there's fighting going on over there. So one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go to there. Of course, I can just move them all up. And I'd need to flip them. to show that they move just like these guys. Just means a lot of flipping back. But he's going to be finished. All right. So that now means that we can go to these two here. The Niezagak, or the Niezagik, and Ernak. So I guess let's see, 3 hexes away, still a 4. So well, I got to decide what we're doing here. He wants to do a line command. So let's see if he can pass. I got a 6, so no. He did not pass. So I think that might be he's done. He's done. Let's see here. Yeah, page 6. Okay, but under the special rules, they roll against their initiative. But if they fail, It says that they are done for the turn. So it doesn't tell you that in the scenario rules. But I guess he is. So that's what happens if you're outside of Attila's command range. So he's finished. So then we go to the Nizagak here. And let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now he's within. So if within his overall commander's command range, there's no die roll required. So he gets to do a line command. So he's going to turn here with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. Let's flip him over. Okay, and he's going to fire at that Cataphract heavy cavalry unit. And it needs a 4 or less, and he moves, so that's a +1. You'll have to get a 3 or less. We rolled a 0, so that's going to be a hit. Okay. Now they can return fire. Okay. Got a 2, so that's a hit. All right. Maybe with the line command, I need to move everybody before we do any of the firing. I think I'm supposed to do that. Let's see here. Seems like that's what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm supposed to move everybody. And then do the firing. Okay. So let's go ahead and move everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And turn them over. You'll turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. All right. Now this guy already fired, so we'll put a block on him so I know he's already fired. Okay. He's going to fire here. And of course, then we're going to have return fire. So we got 6 is a miss. Return fire is a 3. That's a hit. Okay. We'll do the same thing. I think they can be fired on multiple times. Make sure there. This will combat. I just want to make sure here. Yeah, okay. So, okay. Fired a 6 is a miss. They needed a 4 or less with a +1. It's actually needed a 3 or less. Return fire 2. That's a hit. So, not going the way the Huns wanted. Okay, I can remove that now. Okay, we're going to fire here. Okay, so we got a 5. Still, got to have a 4 plus they move, so actually they have to have a 3 or less. And light infantry there. Was able to get a hit. I don't think this is the proper technique to use here. Okay, he's going to fire here. 3. He's got a 1 and a 3. So they both got a hit. Now this guy is going to fire. I got a 0. I got an 8. So that was a miss, but a hit here. So I've taken 2 hits now. 2 and a 2. They both got a hit. This guy. A 3 and a 2. So they both got a hit. I don't think we're going to roll for momentum. Okay. I need to check about these ballistae. $27. See about them. Okay, so these Shiro ballistra. Okay, so you have to have an infantry unit stacked with them. It says they have built-in crews, but it requires an individual order from any friendly leader or line command to a combat unit stacked with it to change its mode. Why do you have to have an infantry unit stacked with it? Well, I kind of messed that up then, didn't I? Okay, so, all right, so the Roman commander is the next one to get activated. Arnigliscus. Arnigliscus. Okay. So he's not in range of anybody. So I guess guess he's gonna have to possibly move. Oh. Okay, so thing is, these guys over here don't have a leader anymore. So if I move him to run over here to try to get these guys to come get these ballistra, then he's not going to make it back over to do anything over here. So he needs to get over here and try to rally some of these guys and do something. So, all right, so he's got 5. Okay, so he'll use 1 to march over. So he'll have 4 left. And so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He goes to there. So he's got 4 left. Okay, range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to have this guy. This guy. Well, first off, we're going to try to rally this one. So he's got to use his charisma rating, which is, I believe, a 3 for him. No, it's not. It's a... Oh, wow, it's a 2. He doesn't have a very good chance of rallying that unit. That's a waste, I think. All right, so he's going to... So at the present time, he's going to have this unit. This unit's going to turn. And fire here, 2 hexes away. Oops. Got a 6 or less, but he's got to have a +1 because he turned. Got a 0. Even with the +1, that's going to be 2 hits. Don't think they give you enough markers on these units. And he can't return fire because he's in zone of control of that unit. All right, so now he's down to 3. Of course, this guy moved. So those guys. This guy here. So he's going to have him move 1, 2 right there. Let's flip him over. He's going to fire at that guy. 2 axes away. 6. Roll to a 5, plus 1 is a 6. So we got a hit. And of course, the cavalry unit can fire back. Got a 5. 2 axes away, that's a miss. So okay. Then this guy here can fire. He'll fire here. We just got 2 left. 8's a miss, plus missile low, and return fires a 2, which is a hit. So they take a hit, angle, missile low. Okay, so now we've got 1 left. I think he's going to move this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he will turn him. And as he does, this unit is to fire on him. Got a 6, which is what he needed. So that'll be a hit. Then he gets to fire offensively. He got a 0. So he gets hit. Okay. All right, so we're going to do a shock here. And we're going to do a shock here. It's a shock, no check. They didn't move. So there's no check there for that. Of course, they're attacking this guy. And over here, there's no shock check, TQ check there. So and he's attacking this one. All right. Now that this infantry unit here can withdraw. Now let's see, I don't think they can do that feigned. Feign retreat. But I guess it's used against enemy cavalry units. It says it cannot be used by a unit in an enemy ZOC. So I guess it would have to, they can't even do, I guess they can't do, let's go over here to a shock. I guess we'll just go straight into the charge. We don't have the pre-shock, we don't have to check that. Don't have leaders involved. We go the clash of spears and swords. Okay. So we'll go with the blue versus the orange down here first. Okay. And we find out that heavy infantry against light cavalry, no superiority. Heavy infantry versus light cavalry is going to be on the 10 column. Okay, so we've got an 8. On the 10 is 2 and 4. So I think they're going to be routed. Yeah, cavalry units routed. This unit has to take 2. Okay. This unit here has to route 2 hexes away. And then he has to move in here, which we do that in a minute. So then we go over here. We've got heavy cavalry versus light cavalry. That's going to be superior because they're cataphract. Well, either way, they don't have to be cataphract. Okay. And that's going to be on the 9 column. Got a 2. It's going to be 2 and 2 becomes 2 and 4. So this unit is going to route. So he moves through here, 1, 2. He has to take 2. Oops. Need a 5. So he moves into there, and then we're going to have quite a few of them firing on him. This guy moves in here, but first I have to check here. This route going through here, we got to check their TQ at a 0. But they have to take at least 1 cohesion hit. So this unit here is at 2 now. All right, so all 3 of those will get to fire on the unit. And we got 3 hits. So I think he's going to route. Yep. So he routes. It goes to here and then routes through this guy. This guy's destroyed. So that's another heavy cavalry Cataphract that the Romans lose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're at 35 route points. So Arnagliscus is going to have to roll for momentum. I rolled a 9, which means I have to roll again. I rolled a 2. He's just finished. So he's finished. Ferris is finished. For some reason, he's got a double-sided counter. His counter's the same on both sides. So, but he's finished. Okay. And so the last one to go is Attila. This is actually his first turn to actually, we're the third turn in, and this is just his first real activation. I mean, he's used his elite initiative 3 times, but he hasn't actually been able to do anything. So let's see what he's going to do here. I think he wants to go to see about rallying some units. So before he does that, he wants to move some of these heavy cavalry out to each side. So he's got 6 activations. So he'll use 1 to turn this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That. Another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. Okay, so he's got 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, he's got 3 left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, he's got 2 left. And so he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and he has to stop right there. He's trying to get over here. So he's gonna have to try to roll for momentum. He rolled an 8, so he failed. So he's finished. Didn't make it. So that's going to mean that this unit here is going to route off the board. So oops. All right, so he's off. So that's a light cavalry unit. Okay. We get up here. Still have to get rid of this. Let's just turn this off here. And then we just see if we bring this back up. All right, so these have a movement of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so they get pretty close. All right, we have a couple more here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And then for the Romans, this unit here is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shoot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's pull back now. All right, so we've got a few new units there that's going to rout off, more than likely. And then we have, of course, the Romans have the same thing going on. The Roman left flank is fallen. Okay. Doesn't look like it's going to hold. So Arnegliscus probably should have just pushed his front forward and not worried too much about that flank. He's trying to do too much at one time. Because Attila just wants to hold the center and the left, his left, while he really tries to exploit that Roman left. And, I don't know if he has to worry too much about these routing units, but might as well. He's got a charisma 4, so he's got a chance of rallying those units. So I guess it's worth a risk, seeing how you're really kind of dominating the battle right now. And if you can save some of those guys, then probably you want to. So he's going to ride over there to do that. He probably uses initiative, elite initiative, to move himself and rally all of those units, because he's got a initiative of 6, so he can move over here to get within range of all of those and attempt to rally those units. So there's not much he has to worry about at the present time of being attacked too fiercely by the Romans. Their heavy infantry move at 4. It's going to take them at least 3 turns, I guess. 2 turns to get within range of his medium infantry and his heavy cavalry. And he doesn't really have to worry too much about his left flank, because he's got the Romans outnumbered over here. So this is really a tough fight for the Romans. They just don't have the numbers needed. Even though they've got that heavy cavalry, this Cataphract, because they're outnumbered, they can be attacked so that their attackers have attack superiority based on positioning. So, and the Huns really don't even have to worry about trying to use their feigned retreat tactics. They've just rushed in there and gobbled up those Romans, especially over here on this flank over here that has seen all of the action. And the Romans don't have any reserves to push over there. Ferrus didn't have enough. He's got 3 infantry and a lancer unit. That's it. So that's not going to hold off those Huns over there. So this should be over fairly quickly. Especially if the Huns can get behind and start attacking these heavy infantry from the rear. So that's where we're at after 3 turns. So the next video will pick up with turn 4, which turns really don't matter. So at the present time, we've got route points of 35 to 6. And the Romans will withdraw at 100 and the Huns at 120. So Cataphract, Volume 8. This is the second printing. Came out in 2019. I just happened to come across a shrink wrap copy on Amazon. So if you like the Greek battles of history, then this is one I think you need to have, especially if you like the Roman era. So, all right, thanks for your support. Come on back and see what happens.